What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. Y'all, we got a lot to discuss today, okay? I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I think Carlos King is hinting at adding a new city to his Love and Marriage franchise. So we are going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Melody and Destiny because these two have unfinished business. And I'm interested in seeing if it's going to be talked out or hashed out. And who else? Tiffany and Marceau also have unfinished business. I'm gonna tell y'all what's been discovered since Tiffany has been missing, or left the show. She's not missing. We know where she is. She's not missing. We're gonna talk about T.I. and what happened to him last night. Big, and we got some other things to talk about too. So make sure y'all stick around for all of it. Also share this video, please and thank you, and hit the like button because that's how others find me, right here on YouTube. I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Okay, everyone, and this discussion is about news, current events, reality TV, pop culture. It's for entertainment purposes only, and all comments are opinion and alleged, okay? So let's get into the news portion first, because this is huge, you guys. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but today, Monday, Kamala Harris actually scored a major endorsement from a key Republican swing state, and that is Arizona, okay? Arizona has been red since 1950, and with the exception of 2 years, 1996 and 2020, all right, it has remained red. And as of today, it looks like the Republican Party of Arizona actually said, we endorse Kamala, literally backing away from the Republican nominee. All right. John Giles, who I believe is the mayor of Mesa, he actually said this at a press conference. He said, I think the time has come for us Republicans in Arizona to admit the obvious and to start saying the quiet part out loud, which is that our party's nominee is not qualified for office. So that's a huge deal. We know that Biden basically backed out of the race, gave the baton to Kamala. A lot of people were questioning that decision, whether or not it should have happened, or, just allowed him to stay in it. But listen, Republican parties are also saying we need to choose our country over party right now. And that is an exact quote. We're choosing the betterment of our country over party. So y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. And we are going to move on to the next story. Now let's talk about T.I. His government name is Clifford Harris, y'all. Last night I was on the Twitters, okay? AKA, it's called X now, but I was over there on Twitter because I've called it that forever. And I saw a post about T.I. being arrested for something huge, that there was a warrant for his arrest, and they were, digging into the story deeper. And I was looking for it, and I'm like, what could he have done so huge? Like, this man should be, enjoying his life right now, enjoying, the fruits of his labor. What would he be doing that has a warrant for his arrest? Well, it has come out that he was arrested at the Atlanta airport, his home city, and it was a case of mistaken identity. So he went through the airport, I guess, thinking it was just going to be a regular day. His name pops up, Clifford Harris. There is an arrest warrant for him, and not just an arrest warrant, but an arrest warrant with extradition. Okay, they were going to extradite him to Baltimore, and so they put him in handcuffs. They took him down to the county jail because it was considered an emergency warrant, an emergency extradition. They had to wake up a judge to come on down to the court so that they could, have the hearing and get him processed out. Well, after he got down there, he called his lawyer, thank goodness, because not everybody has a lawyer. I don't know how especially since we're in this election year right now, people should really think about this. This is the biggest part, this whole immunity for police officers and making sure that, we can just do whatever to people. Um, Him being able to call a lawyer, because not everybody has a lawyer at their fingertips, right? Call a lawyer, have him show up in that courtroom when they did, not a public defender, have them look, into this case and make sure that it was his client and not someone else. And then figure it all out is absolutely amazing. He has the money, he has the resources, but it can happen to any of us. It doesn't matter what type of car we drive, what house we live in, which neighborhood we are, in, who we had dinner with last night. It doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account. This can happen to anyone. And this is why, we got to keep our eye on the ball and make sure that we are doing our parts in hiring or not hiring, but electing judges, electing mayors, electing chief of police, right? That's actually done by the mayor, but you want to have a mayor that's going to, elect the right or put the right person in position and all of that good stuff. So that is all I wanted to say, but he is at home now. I guess this took about 2 or 3 hours of his life, maybe more. I'm sure it was, a crazy period, because even though you're innocent and you're hoping that everybody else is open and willing to hear it, you don't always know who's going to have a bad day and not want to hear what you have to say. And if he would have made it over to Baltimore, who knows what have happened then, right? So anyway, talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that subject. We are moving on. Let's talk about Carlos King. Now, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but Carlos King has been popping his collar lately, okay? Showing up in three-piece suits and got his little bow tie on and things. Now, I've been watching his Monday night stuff, and a lot of people have been asking him, where is the African? So he dates an African man, or at least he was dating an African man. I don't know. But it sounds like there might have been trouble in paradise. I'm just giving y'all the tea that has been spilling out across these internets, okay? People have been saying that maybe he's broken up with him, so he's dressing a certain way, letting people know what's going on. He also had an interesting commentary where he said that if things didn't go right with his African, that he was going to be very hesitant about dating again because of the position that he's in right now in his life. So he made it seem like if it doesn't work out with him, he's not going to be jumping back on the wagon anytime soon, which is very interesting because look, he has this whole franchise, Love and Marriage, child. So anywho, let's get into it. A lot of people have been trying to figure out what's going to go down with Love and Marriage Huntsville in particular, because we got a couple of these franchises that's up in the air. One of them is DC. I think they were trying to recast because there were some players that fell out. I think Jamie and his wife, Irena, wanted to stay in it, but everybody else is gone. So I think that they're trying to figure out if that's a show they can move forth. Detroit is definitely coming back. I guess there's going to be an announcement soon. And then people are making it out like Love and Marriage Huntsville could be a little shaky. I don't know if that's true, though. I know that Stormy made the announcement that she's leaving, but I don't know if it's on shaky ground. I think that that's still a go. And I honestly think that Carlos King is looking for his next city to franchise in. And even though he said that Atlanta was not a place he wanted to go because there's already a lot of shows here, I think he is going to choose Atlanta as his next franchise city, y'all. So just based on some of the things that I've been hearing, he actually made this post a little bit earlier where he's talking about the own hub featuring Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bell Collective. But he also made the comment, tell me in the comments which show is your favorite and why, because he's trying to see something. Okay. So is he able to roll this magic out again? I don't know. I'm asking y'all at this point. A lot of people, he has that new show. What is that called? The one in Houston, I think it's Family Empire. He has the Family Empire show, which is a decent show, by the way. I really like that show. Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Detroit, and Bell Collective do not operate like Love and Marriage Huntsville. It just doesn't. Blame it on the producer, blame it on the talent. Those shows do not operate the same. Talk to me in the comments if y'all think he is ready to roll out a new show, and we're expecting probably a revamp of DC and possibly even Love and Marriage Huntsville. Talk to me in the comments about that, and we are going to move on to the next, because I told y'all that Melody and Destiny have some unfinished business. So let's talk about that. So a lot of y'all may remember that the last time Melody and Destiny were on screen together for the Love and Marriage Huntsville viewers, it was when Mel and Destiny had their little, let's just, kill the beef on the show so that the audience could feel better. Because prior to that, viewers kept coming at Melody and Destiny and saying, hey, is there any way you guys can be friends again? Like, it took a long time for people to get over that, their friendship breaking up. Now, they literally had to pull off a scene where the two of them were together, and Mel was saying the only reason why she had went to Madani to that Riri opening was because she was hoping that they could talk and squash the beef. And then she showed herself listening to Destiny's song. What is it called? On 10? Turn me up, whatever, however it goes. Y'all know how it goes. Anyways, she said she was in a car. She had played herself listening to the song. She showed it on her, on her screen in the G-Wagon. And Destiny was like, do you miss me? And I think we were, I loved you, that kind of thing. And it ended. They like hugged each other and it was done. Right. And then they went their separate ways, and they still kept that same energy. Like during interviews, and especially with Destiny Child interviews and stuff, anytime anyone asks Destiny about Melody, Destiny puts on her best stank face. We cordial. I'm a fool with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets real ugly. Well, we're about to get a scene coming up with Destiny and Mel. And the way they preview it, it's Destiny saying, I ain't never slept with Martell ever. However, there's a lot of unfinished business. It's not just the sleeping with Martell part. I'm telling you now, even though Mel addressed this at the beginning of this season, where she said, I don't put anything past Destiny. I don't necessarily think one or the other. I don't think it bothers her. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell y'all that when we do the review. I don't think it bothers her to that extent. I think other things bother her, though, like the shit Destiny said about Mel's mom. I think that bothers her. I think that what Destiny did on that reunion stage when she was like, I know where the bodies are buried, I think that bothers her, especially since Mel has protected Destiny. And I'm gonna use those words, protected Destiny, even though there's a lot of bad blood between the two of them. Destiny got upset with Mel because she felt, you shouldn't have told people that you gave me money. But in the aftermath of all this, everybody has said they've given Destiny money, including her ex-husband. He basically had her arrested and called her a thief. So there's a lot of people who are putting this information out here that Destiny don't have it. And I ain't even trying to make fun of her, because there's a lot of people that don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a friend that can help, I would think that that's better than having a friend that can't. That's number one. But number two, when I said that Mel protected Destiny, Destiny is holding on to something she said she can't discuss about her ex-husband and, whatever was going on. She gives bits and pieces. She swears that she's told this story in many different interviews. I haven't heard it. I've asked you guys to tell me about it. I've never seen it in my comments, but she's saying that she was an abuse victim. The one thing Mel has never did is blow Destiny out of the water and say, this is what Destiny told me. Ever. And it sounds like Mel cared about Destiny enough to have wanted to help her, to have given her money, to, secure a lawyer, to, get a retainer for a lawyer, all of those things. When the house, she couldn't pay for it, when the bills, she couldn't pay for, um, she was helping her do that. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm hoping that this is some of the unresolved or unfinished business that they actually do discuss. Okay. Now let's also talk about Marceau and Tiffany, because hindsight is 2020. When Tiffany came on this show, I don't know if you guys pay attention, go back and watch. Maurice and Marceau really could not stand Tiffany. I said that I thought Maurice overreacted to Tiffany asking or mentioning that Monster was vaping, because at the end of the day, the problem really was that he did not tell that information to Kimmy. Kimmy would have been able to handle it if she knew, and they never addressed it. They showed the sun up with Kimmy and Maurice, and we saw the sun go down on Kimmy and Maurice, and it was never resolved. He basically said, me and Kiowa got this. We're his parents, and even though you feed him, you buy him clothes, you run errands, you take him to school, you ain't got nothing to do with it. And that was the first time we saw Kimmy say or back out of it in a way that said, listen, don't ask me this stuff, because as you've pointed out, I'm not in it, right? If I can't be a part of this day to day, don't put me in any of it. If I can't be a part of the decision making, don't put me in any of it. But I said all of that to say this. Tiffany worked with Marceau at Monaco, and we have since heard that Monaco is basically Poontang headquarters. I don't know if that movie theater still exists, but Martell is about to call Marceau out on it in an upcoming episode. Kiki called Marceau out on it in a Facebook post. And it looks like Tiffany knew some deep-rooted secrets about about Marceau, and she didn't say anything. And Marceau and Maurice were over the top in trying to intimidate this girl. Even Destiny participated in it. Y'all remember when Tiffany was asking Tisha questions about her marriage, which seemed to me to be a conversation that the two of them should have had just fine. Destiny was like, I will drag you from this city to this city, from Huntsville to Atlanta to Detroit, because she was protecting the Scotts at the time. And even when Mel sat with her and said, Tisha got it, you don't have to do all that, Destiny was the most offended. But anyway, I'm hoping that we get to hear a little more information about that in the upcoming episodes. And y'all can tell me, because I have this posted on my Facebook page right now. If y'all want to go follow me over there at DRRT, I'm asking people to name specific storylines that y'all feel Love and Marriage Huntsville producers didn't completely, resolve for us, or left viewers confused about during filming. Like, we still haven't gotten the answer. So talk to me about it. I said basically every scene with Destiny, because she never talked, excuse me, she never talked about her business. So it was always crazy. She didn't even know enough to make something up, child. She just left everything open-ended. So I talked about that. And I also talked about Tiffany, and what she knew about Marceau and Monaco. So talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about everything, okay? Like the video, share it. What else? I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I will check you all on the next one. Bye-bye.